mean, come on, these zombies. Let's jump on the gas, gas. I'm moving it fast. Now handle the yes, now stay with chest. I'm doing it best. If I'm with the yes, now check it out flat. You know you're with Zani, able to regress. Now, but don't take it refresh. Any ambition, I mean, you are pet. When we pull up on the yard, when we pull up on the yard, it's a problem. You can stop me, speed run it till we party. Melody Cassie, when we pull up on the yard, it's a problem. You can stop me, speed run it till we party. Melody Cassie, Melody Cassie, Melody Cassie, Melody Cassie, when we party. Melody Cassie, Melody Cassie, Melody Cassie.
Welcome people, good evening from the 254, 18 minutes past the top of the hour. Tyson Dambi featuring Tulia Nakwambia Mwendo ni Kasi, and that's how we've been taking out throughout actually since the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Kasi, you know what Kasi means?
I know the Kasi Ventura.
Okay. No, do you know what the term Kasi means on this, or like what she's saying?
No.
Okay, Mwendo ni Kasi, like, you know, which means like, I think like in a slow-mo.
Okay.
You know, like, you know, you're just moving in a slow-mo.
So when we pull up,
Yes, that is Tyson Dambi playing right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. The name of the jam is Cassie, featuring Tulia. Released actually that is 2 weeks ago, and I've been banging onto this one and jamming onto this one.
Yeah.
I really love Tyson. She's such an amazing soul, such an amazing vibe,
Yeah.
and such an amazing artist. And shout out to Tulia as well. Shout out to the Bad House as well. Such an amazing, dope actually crew.
Yeah.
They have been here, all of them, for interviews, and it's been super massive and amazing. But karibuni sana to yet another beautiful one. This is the Rhythm Scoop Show every Monday and Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. But of course, like we say, sometimes we might be an hour late.
Yeah.
So from 4 to 5, you're right here
Yes.
with us. And of course, it's all about arts, entertainment, and culture. And I'm so happy personally today. I feel actually very happy.
Nice.
I don't know, the whole week has just been super amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid bad vibes,
I love that.
protecting my peace,
Of course.
protecting my energy,
Yes.
and that is what I think everyone should be focusing
I
on. And being a new
definitely-
month, I'm just looking forward to amazing things.
Right.
And I love the way the month started.
I'm
Like
happy for
I
you.
spoke about it,
Yes.
and I love the way it is turning.
Yes.
You know, manifesting money, good opportunities,
Hey.
different opportunities from
Yes.
different angles,
Yes.
unexpected gifts, so much. Like I just want everything beautiful, literally, because I know I deserve it. That's so
course,
sad. But
of
karibuni,
course.
enjoy the show.
Yes.
I got, of course, the lovely Iwaton, and today Shmani is missing,
Yes.
of course, but we shall be taking you throughout what is
Definitely.
happening.
Yeah.
Karibu sana Iwaton.
Thank you so much for basically being here. You look
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
Gorgeous.
Aw.
Definitely.
I mean.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're saying that you love the way the month has started.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
manifesting everything you poured.
I mean,
into
you remember
life.
when April started? That's the
Yeah.
energy we started with when you
Yes.
first reported to work. And
Yes.
you're like, this is gonna be a good
Oh my
month.
God, yes, I
this is gonna-
remember.
I believe in always not giving up. As much as what you really wish for has not come immediately as you
Yeah.
expect, or
Yeah.
as soon as you expect, it's eventually going to
It's
come.
so true.
That is the power of manifesting that I
It's so
know. So
true.
long as you just don't give up and
Yeah.
you still are aligned into what you
I
really want,
agree.
you're gonna
Yes,
get.
it's so
You're gonna
true.
get it
And still
without
believing,
struggling.
and still having that positive vibe. And also,
Yep.
you talked about avoiding negative vibe, negative just negativity in all way.
Yep.
And as you're in your positive energy, it makes you manifest positive things.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
May is a great month.
Period.
Positivity, abundance,
Yep.
favor,
Mhm.
all love, and good breaks.
Period.
Yes.
How are you though?
I'm great.
How's your week been so
My
far?
week has been fascinating, peaceful. I can say the power of manifesting.
Your first week in Rongai?
Yes.
How has it been?
Settling, adjusting, but it's really been good.
Yeah.
So I've basically met great people.
Yeah? So far.
I'm just like, hey, Karibu Rungai,
Yeah.
amazing people. I'm like, I was meant to be here.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's all love.
Trust me, I remember
love.
the first time when I came to Rongai, shout out to Katie,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Okay.
I remember the first time when I came to Rongai, it was because of Katie, because she
Okay.
was staying here before I moved here.
Okay.
So it was actually, we were coming from work, we were
Okay.
at Ngong Road, our office was still in Ngong Road.
Yeah.
And we were coming from work and we needed our nails done so bad.
Right.
So like, I don't really have a good nail tech. Can you
Yeah.
take me to a nail tech? Because I feel like he's been doing good according to what I see.
Yeah.
She was like, cool. So we take a matatu, and then on our way, I think the driver was drunk.
Yeah.
On our way, the matatu was burning. So like
Wow.
we had glasses on. So we
Yeah.
thought maybe. Maybe we are the drunk ones here.
Yeah.
Like I see some smoke, so I had to even remove my glasses. I'm like telling Katie, can you see some smoke and can you feel the heat or is it me?
Yeah.
Because I'd sat on the the middle part of the front seat of the matatu,
Yeah.
especially the Nissan.
Yeah.
Most of the Nissans don't have like the seat. They have like some cushions they have put
So
there.
true.
You've seen, yeah?
Yes.
They always have like some cushions on their jackets.
Yes.
Just something
Yes.
to cover up the
Jackets
part so that
mostly.
people can sit.
Yes.
So I think it was a cushion, but the cushion was getting
Oh,
heated. I'm like,
really?
then I had a mini skirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this is not normal.
Yeah.
I know it's sunny,
Yeah.
but my butt is really burning. Like
Yes.
I'm really feeling the heat.
Yeah.
And I see smoke. So I'm telling the guy, yo, it's burning here. I feel like
Yeah.
something is wrong. Can you stop the car to check?
Yes.
And his key, it's like he's literally super either intoxicated
Yeah.
and so focused into driving.
Yeah.
He's not even realizing what is happening besides us. So I'm like tapping on him, telling him, yo, bro, it's the smoke coming from here. He's like, where? I'm like, what do you mean where? I don't even have your time. So,
Yeah.
mind you, the Nissan, you see also those Nissans zenye ukipanda, it is always the conductor was to come and open the front door. You
Yes.
can't
Oh my
open.
gosh.
So it was that kind of a Nissan.
Yeah.
But imagine we managed to open.
The adrenaline was
We
high.
managed to open because
Yes.
we escaped actually when the matatu was
Are you
and it
really?
was speeding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith is my witness. Like
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
speeding, and then not really my witness, but he was the first person we
Yeah.
reached to when
Yeah.
we got the accident.
Mhm.
I injured my knee, injured my leg.
My gosh.
I was coming to Rongai, and I
Yeah.
think I hated Rongai from there so bad. I was like, I don't want to go back there ever. I don't wish to be tolerated in anything with it.
Yes.
And I used to think it's super far
Yeah.
because you've had most people calling Rongai diaspora.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
the
that.
diaspora of
Yeah,
Kenya,
yes.
literally, because it's super far from the city, but not
Mhm.
really that far if you get used
It's
to it.
actually not far.
Yeah, it's not really
it's
that far if
not
you
far
get
at
used
all,
to it.
yeah.
It's just far when it is your first time.
I agree.
So I hated Rongai. So I remember when we were looking for studio, like when we needed to now vacate from Ngong Road to come here. Oh my, it really took me time to decide that I'm gonna come here. And then I was just thinking, because I wanted to make it easy for Katie to commute to work.
Of course.
You know, so I'm like, I don't really see any other option. If you try look at Ngong Road, the best apartments, they
Yeah.
are expensive
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
If you try look at if I go to Ngong or Karen where I was,
Yeah.
the apartments I was hoping for, they were not yet over. So I was like,
Right.
nah, I have to go all the way to Rongai. But it is really good, a good place because I came, I made
is.
amazing friends, trust
Yes.
me. I remember Keith used to make fun of me all the time at the first time
Mhm.
because I used to have so many people actually here. And I
Okay.
mean so many people,
Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah.
Like I used to have so many friends. They'd be seated there,
Yeah.
even at night.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
doing my show, but I
Yeah.
have people seated there looking
Right.
at me.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's because when you get a friend who has a studio, the excitement of being around the
course.
studio,
Yes.
and I feel also like the vibes of the studio
vibes,
and
yes.
all that. So I used to have so many people like around me,
Mhm.
but as time has changed,
Yeah.
I dropped some friends,
Okay.
dropped some things. Of course, partying was one of the things that
Okay.
was making me,
Okay.
you know, being involved in most of these people.
Yeah.
So I dropped partying a lot. I dropped a lot of things. So I
Mm.
think I've lost most of the biggest circle I had.
Mm.
Yeah, but I've remained with genuine people, and I get to see it every single day. Like who was really genuine with me,
Of
who really
course.
can call me even when
Yeah.
I mean, you know, who can really help me even when I need help.
Of course,
So yeah,
yeah.
it was an amazing thing,
Mhm.
and still amazing. I still love Rongai because I
Amazing.
meet a bunch of crazy people here,
Yeah.
and it's still amazing. I love the fact it's big.
It is.
I
big.
never thought Rongai was really this big.
Yes.
And then I realized it's big when it comes to house hunting.
Mhm.
You'd go look for houses and you find beautiful houses and you're like,
Yeah.
what was I really rushing
Mhm.
for, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I think it took me time to even look for my house because I'm like,
Right.
I really can't afford to get something.
So, I know.
You
Like,
know,
online.
I really need to be
Yeah.
somewhere where I'm really comfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're loving
Yeah,
it.
I love it so much. Honestly.
Nice.
I have amazing neighbors.
Yeah.
Hey, it's so weird. Just made neighbors the first day.
Yeah.
And we're like this.
No, for me it
We're
was not
having-
really the first day, but I
Yeah.
think the first after I think 3 days
Yeah.
or I think after 2 days, I'm not
Mhm.
sure. I didn't actually stay for long before my neighbors
Yeah.
like, you know, becoming friends with me.
Yes.
Because that day I remember I wanted to go out so bad.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to go. I was just so bored here.
Mhm.
It was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I really do? So I'm calling my friends, the ones that I knew from Gong Road. All of them, it's like they think I want to hope. You know, those chiles who just want to go for drinks and don't pay for it. I'm like, bro, I got my money. Just, you know, tell me where you guys are. I just want to pull up. So nikana sumbuana na watu sana, nikana bembelezana na watu. So I went and knocked my neighbor's mark and asked him, yo, what you guys doing? So actually when I was going there, I met with another neighbor who you guys have not met yet. But I went and asked them, what you guys doing? Like, we're just chilling. We're actually going for a drink. I'm like, Elia, can we go get the drink together? And because I'm really, really bored, I'm looking for somewhere to chill and just hang out with some people. If you guys don't mind. And trust me, we really had an amazing night that night. It was crazy. Oh my God, it was crazy. On air. What? It was a good weekend, like full-time mode. Such crazy, so amazing. So Ronga is really, really nice.
I love it.
I hope you're gonna get used to the places, because I feel like it's also very populated. I feel like it's very, very populated. And for me, from Karen to here, it took me time to adjust the mindset, especially with the environment. Because I was in a quiet place, then I came to a place somewhere where people are really congested. So like, it's gonna take time, but it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in. Shout out to Mr. Blackout Fire. Shout out to Shanique. Shout out to User78. Shout out to Isaac S. And to everyone with us on the YouTube channel, karibuni sana. Remember to pin your comments. Let us know how has your week been. How are you doing, kid, today? Let us know as well. We've not heard from you this all morning, so I hope your morning actually is amazing. I hope you are doing great, and you should be at home, right? If I'm not wrong, you should be at home if I'm not wrong today. But anyway, we're getting back to one more jam. We started with an amazing jam that was Saisa Tulia. The name of the jam is Cassie. Check it out, and of course subscribe, support a girl. There's always a term we use it as Blackout Fire. You know, support artists. You know, artists really do put out so much effort. They have to literally sacrifice so much for them to put out all this art. You know, there's why you have to save, pay the producer, pay the videographer, pay designers. It is crazy.
It is a lot of sacrifice.
It is crazy. But back to the music. This is still by Tulia, and of course we shall be coming back with the quote of the day as we get to discuss what is happening in the 254, including where our president has announced the postponement of reopening of all schools until further notice, and much more, including the current floods ongoing also in other East African specifically countries, which we've seen. I'll debate a little bit on that. The UN is supposed to give us assistance, so I'm going to debate on that. So stick till the end of the show and see what's up. This is Tulia with Tulia. Enjoy. Tiny bitch, trust me, she's so tiny. Tulia has been she's not come to Blackout Fire. We're looking forward to see Tulia on Blackout Fire, but she's such a tiny bitch for real. She's such a tiny bitch for real. Like for real, she's such a mad, crazy, good energy. Oh my God. I think she's one of the people when we meet in events, we always get lost in the circle. Like tunapotea tunaenda. Next time we're gonna go out with a gang and we meet with her. Personally, me and her, we're gonna disappear for a while. Then we come back. Like, hey, yo, let's go catch up. You know?
That work.
Let's go catch up.
Tiny shit.
TikTok did it.
Different type of weed. Tiny got them bitches that will make you fucking bleed. Tiny bars is fatty, knock these rappers out like sweet. One in a dream, cha-cha-cha-ching, domina saka. Body on slim, shorty a bang, you come hot dasa. Misha Jipin, high on the thing, Josie me waka. Come out of team, pick a kaboot, you study na maja. You can't even beat, I take a bite, I chew. Way I'm eating versus check it pen, it grew. But then I found that them so jolly, check it box I do. Get your feelings out of my business, check it like I do. Tell about 50, it's still in a shiki, Get him at it to kill, me the kusema tulia.
New weekend, manze.
Tell about 50, it's still in a shiki, Get him at it to kill, me the kusema tulia. KPs. Bars is less like these. Flow is set on weed. Roll 'em up like weed. Smoke 'em up like spliffs. Fuck you up like these. Closing down and giving lifts. Way I'm puffing fast it, now my lungs is feeling orange. All these balls I'm stacking, now my clothes is looking orange. Shorty got a body, niggas love it, they adore it. Bitch, I rest the bar, you catching up as if I short it. But she heavy on the verses.
Yes, my quote of today is professionalism is not about work. It's about it's not about, let me read that. Professionalism is not about what work you do. It is about how well you do the work. And personally, just to extend a little bit on that,
Yeah,
I've seen
sure.
that I've seen recently, not recently, but it's been a norm in the society of where nepotism has taken over, and I kind of hate it because it has made people lose their sense and passion of going towards their work. Because as a teacher, I've explained this a little bit sometime on my show. I believe teachers used to get into that career because one, you have love for kids.
Right.
You can just become a teacher if you don't have love for kids. And this is what I'm saying. If you try to look at today and back then, we have so many cases of teachers beating students to death, and no consequences, no accountability because of nepotism
Right.
or because of corruption and bribery. But way back, we used to have the passion for it.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that we've lost this today in our society, and I feel like that is also one of the things that I've always been looking for, especially as a manager.
Yeah.
When it comes to employment, I need someone who's passionate about what they're doing,
Right.
because I really kind of hated someone who's just all about their money.
Thank
Everyone is looking for money. That is
course.
the truth.
Yeah.
But don't just make it all about the money. Do you
course.
enjoy
Yes.
what you do? Do you
Yes.
love what you do? I love when I wake up every single day and I come here, open the office,
course.
go back, get
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
I feel like I have so much freedom personally when it comes to my career
Yeah.
and my space.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. I hope you can also
Yeah.
relate to the
Of
same for
course.
those who are listening.
Yeah.
What's your quote of today?
My quote of the day is darkness cannot drive out darkness.
Mhm.
Only light can do that.
Period.
Yes.
You heard it. But of course, Karibuni sana once again. We don't get back to much more of the music. We've enjoyed much more of that. In case you're just tuning in, Karibu sana for those who are with us on YouTube. Kindly hit that like button. Share this amazing life with your family and friends, and let them be educated on what is happening in the African continent today.
Yeah.
My name is Jovi. We got Iwaton in the building.
Yes.
And of course, it is exactly 34 minutes past the top of the hour. And let us know what's the time on your end and where are you listening to us from. Shout out to Mr. Blackout Fire once again. Shout out to Fargo, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and to everyone listening to us also on the radio station. Now, as we get started with today's what is happening during this week, of course, we've been talking about the ongoing floods. This week, actually, we've ranted out on Tubonge. We discussed it.
Yeah.
It was actually a very deep conversation
Yeah.
for you. You said
Yeah.
it was.
I was like, I'm not following.
Yeah.
I'm not following. It's just like ministers, the government. I'm
Too
like,
much politics.
This is a lot for my mental health. I cannot deal with this right now.
Yes, but we discussed about the
Yeah.
floods. This is all this week. We've been updating people what has been happening.
Yeah.
Of course, we've seen so many parts of East Africa, including Kenya, Tanzania,
Yeah.
Burundi. It's been super crazy. Where many lives have actually been lost.
Yes.
Personally, I always hate it when the mainstream media calls, even if it's 2 people,
Yeah.
at least 2 people have died.
Yes.
Of course, it's not supposed to be more. I'm not
No,
expecting more,
no.
but don't say at least. It's a life lost.
Yeah, they say
that
at
is,
least. What do you mean at
yeah.
least?
I always feel like that is an offensive
Don't say
word.
that. Yeah.
For me, I always find it very offensive.
Yeah.
Don't use at least, So it's someone's life that has been
Yes.
lost right here.
Yes.
But yes, we've had so many people have lost their lives, of course, and we've seen the response from our government. Like this week in Kenya, the president said we have funds allocated in every county
Yeah.
for all these emergencies to
Yeah.
be dealt with.
Of
So the question coming from the BBC was
Yeah.
the national government is blaming the county government is blaming the national government of not providing funds to deal with the
Right.
emergencies.
Right.
And which is actually, I feel like, a blame game and politics again, like we said, because both the county or both the governments understand what is happening.
Of course.
If this is an emergency, like I was reading earlier today about the UN declaration
Yeah.
or what they in them helping.
Yeah.
Because I was saying earlier today on my show before the internet went off on
Yes,
me and
yeah.
everything that has been happening today. Shout out to all our internet providers. Shout out to KPLC.
Shout out.
Lights are not stable. It's super
Yeah.
crazy. But I've seen the UN saying that they are looking forward to come out. They can help East Africa deal with the crisis. Let me see if I can find it very quickly and read it out. And my biggest question was, if the UN says this is El Nino, because I remember it was back last year in July when our governments, most of the countries in Africa, we were warned of heavy rains, and we had 100 billion set aside for motorboats to rescue people because the rains are going to be super crazy. So going back to the question, and of course understanding that time it was only some slight rain that occurred after them announcing that, and after these rains, which is actually supposed to be a normal rain like every season in April, it is actually extremely more than normal, and which is sweeping away homes, sweeping away crops, sweeping away lands, and so much more. And according to the UN report, which actually gives me a hint of this is El Nino, and which we are not prepared for, is what is happening. So I've seen that the UN, they're saying that the footage of impassable roads continue to come from Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, among other countries in East Africa. Speaking from the New York Thursday, a spokesperson of the United Chief, that is Antonio Guterres, reiterated the UN's readiness to provide additional support to national authorities. And now I pause on that even before I go further. We had Museveni this week and Ruto, who I shared their videos. They did speak about Africa never benefiting from the Western nations. And when it comes especially to aid that we're being given, it's not because they're here to help us. There's something they're looking for in return. And this is when we see we're given funds by the IMF, the World Bank. They're still gonna be dictating to us what to do with this money, because it's not actually supposed to help us. It is all about them and their interests to African countries. So the question is, and I was posing this even on my show for the part that I did manage to pose it, like, if I am a leader and I understand very well, because that is what Museveni was saying, I am not an 8-year-old baby, so nobody should tell me that I am saying something opposite, you know. If I am a leader, I understand I'm not an 8-year-old baby, and understand very well the aid I'm being given by the Western nations is not helpful to my people. Why can't I create, or why can't we, the leaders, so far who understand this, come up together, withdraw from these organizations, and form our own organization and make things work? We have natural resources. We have so much. Let us start trading amongst each other. Let us actually start doing valuable things when it comes to economic growth. But none of them are adhering to that. So this is all some patriotism talk what I've picked from this week, from Ruto, of course, and from Museveni, whereby the United Nations is offering help. So the question is, are they going to accept the help? That is where we're going to be looking towards and see how it's going to happen. But this is something that the Secretary General expressed his deepest distress at the news of the hundreds of lives lost and many others affected by the heavy flooding in Burundi, Kenya, Somalia, and Tanzania, as well as other parts of East Africa. The United Nations and its partners are working closely. The partners, of course, are our countries who've signed deals. And shout out to the young man who was saying, when we have deals being signed, that is our continent being sold out, which is very true. The United Nations and its partners are working closely with national authorities to address humanitarian requirements, and the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, stresses that the United Nations stands ready to offer any additional assistance that may be needed during this difficult period. And the Secretary General is extremely concerned about the impact of El Nino, which I've had, I think it was even me and Kamlesh or Dimori, we were questioning each other here. Is this El Nino that we are being told? And apparently it has come at a time when people were not prepared, because when we were told about it, people got prepared in so many different ways. People, I think, were prepared. Then no rain happened, and then now we can see the consequences of, you know, us not being also readily prepared. It is such a crazy thing. But I don't know, what are your thoughts regarding this? Because today we've seen, after them offering help, we've seen other people have been evacuated from their houses. They're being told to leave. We've seen building collapse, actually. The question is, where are these people going to go? And do we really require help from the UN? That is my question to you. Do you think we really require help, especially right now, because we've seen the response of African leaders is poor? What do you think we should do?
The fact that there's supposed to be funds allocated to natural disaster, and the fact that we're not seeing anything happening right now, like, I feel like everybody is kind of like dodging this question about
Yeah.
what are we going to do about this. No one is really talking about it. No minister,
Exactly.
no leader, no one is talking about what you're supposed to do. I think everybody is basically trying to take care of themselves as Kenyans, as a community, society.
Yeah.
But the government is not really allocating any motorboys that you're talking about, any
Yeah.
help or any other houses or places they can move to. Like, where are these people going to move? And in regards to that, the fact that the UN talking about offering their condolences to the African countries in regards to helping us, I think, or I'm seeing our country basically accepting this help.
Of course. I'm glad that you can see that.
Yes. They're gonna accept this help because, and I hope it's gonna be worth it because I hope they're not gonna pocket it. Honestly, I'm just hoping
It's not gonna be worth it to you
Yeah.
at all. So you can hear from Museveni.
That's what I'm saying. I hope it's gonna be worth it, which I don't
Even
think
if it's
so.
gonna be helpful, trust
Yeah.
me, it's gonna help a few people, and it's always the white people. Because if I try to look at most of the articles being released today, and yesterday, and the
Yeah.
day before yesterday, it is actually they are more concerned about the hotels that have been damaged,
That is true. Yeah.
and which actually host most of the foreigners.
Yeah.
You know, so you're much concerned about the foreigners but not your people. So even if this help is gonna come, the same
Yeah.
way we see the US embassy always every single
Yes.
time warning their people, hey, we have the rate of crimes going high in Kenya, in
Yeah.
Tanzania, in Uganda, save yourself. It is always them, not
That
us.
is
So
true.
it's not gonna be valuable. That is all
I
I'm gonna
really
say.
hope so, but the fact that they will accept the help, obviously they're going to accept the help. The fact that there are the funds that have been
Allocated for this.
for the natural disaster. Where's the funds right now? Honestly, we need help. People need help. A lot of
Exactly.
people are losing their life, losing families, losing houses,
Mhm.
losing resources. And the fact that the government is not really answering to this is the main question which I've been actually thinking of. Like, why are they not talking about what to do?
Yeah.
Why?
We need answers.
Yes.
Exactly. We do need answers. But
Yeah.
shout out to Jiba Jaba in the building. He says, hi, Joby. And Iwaton, hi to you too. Shout out to
Hello.
Joe Mosquito as well, who just joined us on TikTok. Jiba Jaba also says, in Kenya skies, do you see planes laying the chemical trails that creates the cloud, making weather and the haze to block the sun rays? We see it daily in my location. Now, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And this what lack of education. I know this is gonna sound dumb to
Okay.
people, especially who are listening.
Okay.
But being African, and of course, how we've not been educated about
Yeah.
technology,
Yeah.
and most of the things that we see, we assume.
Yeah.
When I used to see these planes and all those trails, they used to excite me as a child.
Okay. Right.
It's wrong. You know, it's wrong because we don't know it's chemicals they are spreading outside.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't know. I used to think it's just some, planes that just
Yes.
some planes that are designed like that, so they just go leaving those trails behind. And they used to excite me so much as a child, like seeing all them spreading.
Yes.
Like it is just I
Like,
could
it makes a
stay there.
swirl,
Yeah,
like a circle.
I could just stay there
Yeah.
and watch this, like
Yeah.
literally. Now today, I think this was in 2021. I learned this or 2022.
Yeah.
I think when we were learning about the COVID-19 and much more, and